Hi, I'm Betsy Ross. I'm here with Kevin Smith from the NASC. And Kevin, we have so many sports that are out there. Any kind of a community can look at all kinds of different sports to bring in. What are some of the growth sports that you see, especially in your area? What are some of the up-and-coming hotter sports, if you will?
Well, in the Southeast, Betsy, there are a number of different sports that we like to say are growth sports. And again, it does depend on the area that you're in as far as what your growth sports might be. We look at a lot of non-traditional sports. Stand-up paddleboard, for instance, is a sport that continues to grow in the Southeast and especially in Florida. The fact that we have so much water around us, it really is a sport that's really picking up. We do a lot of stuff with BMX racing. Again, trending to a sport that's generational. We have a lot of parents, children, grandparents that are not only coming as spectators, but they're also coming as participants. So it tends to be a family-oriented sport. We have a lot of visitors that come in as a part of a sport like that and trending towards that growth market. And I think something everyone's seeing nationally as a growth market would be something like lacrosse. And lacrosse has continued to grow over the last few years, where it used to be known as a northeastern sport is now becoming more of a national sport. A lot of high schools are adopting it in Florida. I know a lot of high schools are adopting it in the western states, and it becomes more and more of a growth sport for men, women, children, masters divisions where you have the college players that are out of school now. So it continues to be something that I think nationally that a lot of people are continuing to play. The 7-on-7 football continues to be something that grows, and I know it's big in Texas. It's starting to grow a little bit more in the southern states, probably in the Northeast. And I think a lot of people are looking at those sports because it does incorporate having more and more of the youth market. Girls are playing it, boys are playing it, young kids are playing it under 5, 6 years old, especially with all the conscious efforts to reduce the injuries, head injuries, concussions, and things along those lines that might be associated with tackle football, not necessarily, but they might be associated with tackle football.
What kind of advice do you give commissions around the country when they're looking for sports to come in? How important is it to have a diverse number of sports, types of sports coming in?
I think it's really important that you don't lock yourself in. I think there's flexibility is a big key to any industry, and especially in this industry. That being said, I think you do what you do best and you will be successful. If you're a baseball city and you've got 42 baseball fields, you might want to consider doing baseball. However, we look at a lot of different growth sports. We look at a lot of grassroots efforts as far as growing, and I would recommend to anyone to build a good, solid grassroots level base of business. And that can be anything from jump rope to gymnastics to baseball to softball. But make sure you have a consistency in business so that you can begin to grow up in the upper levels and bid for larger events.
Good advice. Thanks for being with us.